What's going on? You got Mr. Law Jones here with a new video. It's been a while since I did anything. I hope all is well with you, man. Just been so busy, man, with a lot of other projects and haven't been able to do my own. So, actually, this is one of my own here. This is a 2006 Hyundai Sonata Limited, 2.4 liter four cylinder. Little flip car I had bought. No, I actually been sitting on this car for about a year. Needed an engine in it, so the original motor had actually spun a bearing, so these motors was like really high. Able to come across one that was like pretty cheap. Had like little hair over 100,000 miles on it. Man, this car was like really a nightmare. So just a few more things I'm gonna have to do to it. I'm gonna have to switch out the seats out here. So these are just sunburned here from being in Texas, just sitting for so long before I got the car. So just got to go through that. Just switch that out. I can find no seats there, so you see it's wear there. But mainly this carpet was like disgusting. It was literally black in here, and so my guys over at Dallas Detailing, they did a really great job with this car here. I mean, I was really very impressed. So, but today, I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm actually gonna kind of show you how to do a window regulator on these cars here from 2006 to 2010 model years. So it's going to be pretty detailed video on how to do that. I can tell you right now, I'll share with you what kind of tools and things you'll need for it to do this project. I can tell you right now, it has like a little cover right here, which I already kind of took off. So it's a Phillips here, so you got a cover right here. You got one screw here. You got one down in the armrest area there. You got one right here where the door handle at. And then you got one right around the corner right there. And then as you get back under the bottom, you're actually going to have one here. So let's see where I can find it at. Let's see. It's actually going to be like let's see. I felt it. So let's see if I can feel it again. Yeah, so it's actually right, hold on. Yeah, it's actually right here. So that screw comes out. And then what happens is, we're going to pop this out. So let me go ahead and get started on this real quick here. I'll get these loose. And I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, so I'm back. Alright, so I got the screws loose on here as I had explained in the first part of the video. And so what I'm going to do here, I got all the screws loose out of here. So I'm going to take this little trim panel out of here. So it should just pop right out. So I'm going to probably have to, let's see. Normally just pops out, so hold on. Alright, so I'm back again. I had a little technical difficulty. So what I kind of showed in the last part of it, right here, there was like another little trim, like another trim that went right here, like a screw hole that goes right there. And then so what's going to happen now, so the best thing to do, you want to go ahead and take your door handle off, and then you have a Phillips screw right here. So you're just going to unscrew that off. So you take that off. Put that screw down there. Make sure I don't lose it. And this one here, you're gonna go backwards. And then this here just comes right out of here, just like that. And so what you'll want to do then, after you get your door handle separated off the door, so you have two cables right here. So you have one for the door lock mechanism, and then you have one that unloosens that you use to open the door with. So what you want to do, you'll pop this out here. I'm trying to be very careful because it's plastic and this is, this could be pretty brittle. So, okay, so that came out pretty easy right there. And yeah, you don't want to put too much force on it because this stuff ain't made out of nothing as it is. So that's it. So just go ahead. So you just run this around here. And you see the cable, just take that one off. Another one just pops right out behind it. Just take this, you put this somewhere. So as I showed in the last part, how to get that door panel off of here. So it's like another little button right here. Try to do this here. I'm trying to keep my hands out the way so I kind of show you this. Let's see. So let's see. So you push this button in here. Just going to wiggle this out, and it should just, there you go. So that comes out. So now you can take your door panel and put it on your roof of your car, or just put it out of the way. So we're gonna put this over here for right now. But you don't need that right now at this point here. Okay, so the next thing is, so we'll go ahead and get the So we go ahead and take the rest of these connectors off of here, because you're gonna need this here to go into the new regulator. So we go ahead and use this here. So we go ahead and take this off. This is your speaker. So you take that one off. We're gonna go ahead here, and this is for the power window motor. So these actually push in. So these actually push that way. So behind the back over here is kind of tight. So let's see if I can get that off. Let's see. Probably won't be able to get that off. I'm probably going to have to take it. Probably going to have to unloosen the window motors, take them all the way off before I can get that, because it's kind of tight back there. So let me get this off real quick here, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so all right, so I'm back real quick here. So there's 3 bolts on here on this window motor right here. So you got one right here, you have one right there, and then you're gonna have one at the bottom right there. So what this takes is, to get this window motor out, it takes a T20. So you can use the Allen, you can use like a hex head, like kind of like Allen key style right here, which is what I got in my hand. Or if you do have the socket for it, that'll probably be a little bit faster. It'll be a little bit quicker. So like I said, I do have it somewhere. I don't know, maybe just lazy Tuesday is what I'm going to call it for right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and just get this off of here and do it that way. And it don't take too many turns on here, because these screws here, is what's screwed into the window regulator. As you see it right here, these screws are really, really coarse, so it don't take too many turns or whatever. So we'll get the second one out of here. And it's not on there super duper tight on here either. So it's just a little bit. Like I said, once you start turning, it'll start coming loose pretty quick. So but if you see right here, the reason why I'm replacing this window regulator here, if you see right here, I've already had to put a piece of tape on here when I had drove this car home after I got the motor in the car. It was coming down on me, so I used some tape, just some clear packaging tape. I just use that just to kind of hold it up while I replace this here. So went to the junkyard and found this window regulator here, the replacement one that's going to go in there, and I found it for like, I think they charged me like $15, because if I'd have bought like a new one, like a dormant one or something like that, it was like $115. So, and this is going to be a car I'm just going to just drive for a little bit, and then eventually I'm just going to go ahead and kick it down the road and just sell it. So I got a couple little things I need to do to it, just kind of get it, somewhat, I ain't gonna say really perfect, but just a little bit more decent than what it is. So this car here was really, really, really dogged out before I got it. And the previous owner, man, I mean, like I wish I would have showed you the floors in there beforehand, but they were so disgusting. I was actually kind of low-key embarrassed to really show anybody this car. But it's just a little stuff they got to do it. So as you see, I popped this open right here, because what happens is I have to lower this window down here. But since it's already broke, because there's a screw that's up in there, I'm gonna show you that in a second. So I did get this loose here, so we're just gonna go ahead and wiggle this off here, and this should just come right off just like that. So and then as I was showing, so the reason I did that, take it off, because back here, once it's mounted up on here onto the regulator, this is very, very difficult to get off. So what you got to do, you have to kind of squeeze these here, squeeze the connector, and then it'll just come off at that point there. So you're going to wiggle them out. So we'll talk right now. So this is here. So you got that one now. It'll make it easy for the stuff to come off, I see, huh? So I got them both squeezed. Just need to do is get this little blade in there without not stop my damn self around here. I'll be alright. There we go. At the one side. Let's see. There you go. Alright, so that's off just like that. And as you see, look like it's gonna be a problem right there. It look like it's broke, so look like it, well, I don't know until I get into it. But anyway, that's how you get this off here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the tape off. I'm gonna show you how to get that other screw out. So give me a few minutes, I'll be back with you. Alright, so I'm back. Alright, so remember I was telling you how I just took the tape off here? So reason being, because it don't take much. See, this ain't supposed to do this here. So what I'm doing now, I gotta take this window down here, and over here, it's like a screw. There's a screw that comes out of here. So what happens is, so you have to kind of lower this down, and then you're gonna take it down to about right, here. And so as you see right there, there's a screw that has to come out. And so you're gonna use the Phillips right here. I'll take that off right here, and you see I'm turning it. And so as you get the screw out of here, so you're gonna use like a magnet pickup tool to get it off. Sometimes you got a screwdriver, sometimes you don't need it. Sometimes these heads on the screwdriver, sometimes they have them on there. But this one here, we're gonna go ahead and use the magnet pickup tool, and then I'll just go ahead and take this off like this. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. And you see right here, you know, it has the Loctite on it. So I'll make sure I put some more of that on there when I put this back together. Okay, so now that's done. So one of the real big critical parts about doing this job on these cars, you're gonna have to get you a big enough flathead screwdriver. And so what it is, it's the regulator. Until I find it. So we're going to use here. So I got a flat blade screwdriver. So one of the most critical parts about doing this is you have to separate the window here from the actual regulator. So what you have to do is you have to put this inside of that same hole that what I used to get the that I took that screw out of. So let's lift this up. And so what you're going to do, you're going to kind of put this in right here. And then what you do, you have to kind of push this in. So just kind of push this in, and then what happens is it'll actually separate from the back of the window itself, the glass. And then once you get that, then you can just take this up. So I'm gonna see if I can try to do this here. I probably may or may not, but we're gonna try it anyway, because this is a little tricky. So I'm trying to keep the window from not going down on me as I'm doing this here. So this is the most tricky and most critical part. This is kind of the essential of this here, is to get that loose. And once you get this loose here, everything else will be pretty gravy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and shut the camera off, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes. And then, like I said, I can kind of show you further in detail on what I had to do. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Alrighty, so I'm back again. So what I had to do, I did get that other difficult part that I told you that was most essential for it. I'll be able to show you exactly what it is that you're popping out as I get this window regulator out. So what you need at this point here, you just need to go ahead and take the bolts off of here. These are 10 millimeter bolts you'll take off. You got them all around the window. And then after that, once you get those off, you can fish these, your door lock cable and your door opener cable. You'll take those back in, fish those back in, and at this point here, you'll be able to get this out. So, like I said, it's a 10 millimeter socket, or if you got an impact, you just use a 10 millimeter socket and your impact. So we'll go ahead and loosen these here. So we got that one, and then we got one more that's like behind the speaker. We'll take this off. Alright, so all those are out. So you're gonna have a total, you're gonna have 1, 2, you got 3, you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have a total of 8 bolts that have to come out of here to get your window regulator loose on it. So we got all those bolts out of here. And so I got the window separated. And so what you do then at that point, you just take like a flathead screwdriver. You're just gonna kind of pry it open. Because you got like a holder right here. You got like a little stud right here, and then you have one right there. That's what it is. It's just like it's just something just kind of hold like a retainer to just help you hold it in. And then you just kind of pry it this a little bit, pry it out. So you pry it out over there, pry it out over around here. And then at this point here, it should just come right out of here. So then you pry it away from there, the other retainer. So that's so we got that pried away a little bit. So remember I was telling you that you will have to separate the cables here. So let's see. See what would be the best way to get this off here. Let's see. So let's go ahead and take these rubber grommets away.
The screw that failed.
What's holding it now. We just gotta separate it. You gotta get your harness, pull some of your harness up out of here. So let's take this off here, because this is actually gonna hold this in. So we gotta take that off. So what we gotta do now, so let's put this back in here. So actually I'm gonna go backwards with this here because you guys get your cables out. So you'll fish that one back in there. Put your grommet back in here if you was like putting this together. And then all you're gonna do, you're gonna push it all the way out. So this way here, so you can get your cables out of here. So that way, you see how I'm pulling these, fishing this out of here like that. And then we got one more last step of this here to ensure you get this out. So like right in the back over here, you have like a door actuator. Let's see if I get the camera shined up over here a little bit. Okay. So if you see right here, that's your door lock actuator. Let's see if you can see it a little bit better. Okay. So you see where that wire at? You got to take this off here, and then after that, you can just take your harness and then fish it out through the through your window regulator. Then when you come on out. So let me see if I can get this out of here. Try to hold the regulator at the same time, and then see if I can get this out of here, and then this will be ready to come out. So it's kind of tight back here, so you're not going to have a lot of room to really get this out. So let's see if I can get this out of here. Alright, so I'm gonna shut off the camera for a minute, but hopefully that you did get what I'm trying to do. So you see right here, I'm just trying to get this wire harness separated out so I can take this and fish the harness back through the regulator, and then I can take this all the way off, and then this will be totally out of here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the camera off for a few minutes till I get this off, because I'm gonna need to focus on it a little bit better, and I'll be back with you in a couple minutes. All right, back again. All right, so I got the original window regulator out right here. So this is the one that's original to the car, and if you see on the back of here, looked like it gave way back here. So it looked like it gave way from the actual regulator itself. So it caused the cables to be all tangled up. So that's the reason for the new one. One of the things I wanted to show you was on the back of this here, this is the piece that you have to knock out. So it actually goes this way here. So what it is like a screw that holds that window together. And so what this is, this little round part is actually on the inner part of the window. So you have to pop this out, and usually it's not supposed to break. But like I said, since this car had set up for a while before I got it, I think it's set up for maybe like a couple years or so. So when I push it out with the hammer, I just use a flat blade screwdriver. And so when I push it out, this actually broke. So this normally is not supposed to break. So this is the replacement one right here. This is the one I got here from the junkyard. So this one came off of a 09 model year. Look like they're pretty similar, but look like the gears are a little bit different. So I just went on and took the window motor for it, because it is a little different, but everything else will, plug right up to it. One of the things that you'll have to do on this type of repair, from the factory, the speakers, which this one here, well, like I said, my Sonata here, it actually came with an Infinity sound system. So they actually riveted from the factory. So you're going to have to drill those holes. You're going to have to drill those speakers out and switch it over to, to your car. Or you can just use one, like if you get one from the junkyard, if it plugs up, then just use that one. But I went on and used like 30 seconds to drill the holes out. There's 4 of them on here. So if you see it right here, I may had to drill them out 4 holes in there, and I was able to get it out. So that's what I did to use, and I just got like just some bolts right here. I went to the local hardware store, and I just used I just try to keep a metric, since the car is metric. So I just did like an M8 1.25 and 20 millimeter. I did that one, and did the flange bolt the same way, and just use a flat washer and a lock washer for it. So that's what I use for it. So so that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything back installed on it, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so now I'm about to get ready to put the new regulator in, but before I get ready to do that, if you see that little access area right there, the wire harness actually has to go through there. So you're going to have to fish that through there, and then just kind of run everything in. So what I end up doing, so what you'll want to do is, like I said, take pictures of it, just so you can just kind of get the route in the same way how it came from the factory. But like I said, if you have a good photogenic memory, then you probably won't have to do that. So I'm just going to run the harness through real quick, get everything routed up, and then I can start putting everything back together. All right, so I'm back again. So I got to talk a little louder. So this is the replacement window regulator. Pretty much everything is going to kind of be reverse of how it is to take it off. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have nobody to help me hold the camera tonight. So I'm actually solo dolo. So everything is pretty much there. Like I said, yeah, I wish I can go ahead and kind of show you how I did it. I can kind of show a little bit of it, but like I said, it's literally going to be everything in just reverse of what I did, just taking it off. So that's how it works here. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. Dark is gonna soon catch me, and these mosquitoes out here, they're really rough out here tonight. So But anyway, like I said, if you have any questions or anything like this here, you gotta, like I said, 2006 to 2010 Sonata, and you need any help with the regulator, just how it kind of goes, I'll be more than happy to shoot any video or, whatever I need to do to help out. But anyway, that's how it pretty much goes. And like I said, you just gotta fish the harness up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the tape off so I can go ahead and let the window roll down, and then it needs to go back into the regulator itself. I can put the bolt in. I got some Loctite, so I'm gonna throw that on there. But yeah, like I said, everything is just totally reverse of just the, disassemble. So, but like I said, if you got any questions, anything like that, comments, just feel free to reach out to me. I try to help out as much as possible. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, get this knocked out, so I can go ahead and end this up. So y'all have a good night. Like I said, if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and click like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, if you like what you saw today, you can give me a thumbs up. Like I said, if you want to follow the channel, please feel free. I gladly appreciate it. Anyway, y'all have a good evening. Mr. Law Jones up out of here, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Take it easy.